pero no, es un martes. Pero probablemente usted todavía está diciendo que es lunes. No es lunes, pero de todos modos, vamos a hacer lunes de leyes en un martes. So, si tienen sus preguntas, sus comentarios, aquí lo puedo poner. Voy a contestar en vivo sus preguntas de casos de migración, penal, accidentes. Okay? Whichever you want immigration, you want criminal, you want car accidents, you ask the question now. I'll go ahead and give you a little bit of update. Going to start it off in English and we'll move over to español después, pero como siempre, pongo la pregunta en el idioma que usted quiere. All right? Happy first of the month. It's the first of the month. Cash your check and come up. It is now officially birthday month in my family. Got the wife celebrating her birthday on Friday, my son on Thursday, my brother on Saturday, my partner next week. It's just my mom later in the month. It is birthday month to get the party started right. And how do we start birthday month off? But by getting a leaked document from the Biden administration about plans to make some changes to the immigration system. So I wanted to get started the party by talking about that a little bit. In the news this morning or yesterday, 3 a.m., Biden wants to make moving to the U.S. from abroad easier and cheaper by revamping the immigration system, according to a new report. So this was broken by the New York Times. So their beautiful reporting is here. And this is a much longer article. I just wanted to cut to the points that I thought were very relevant for our community and the cases that we work on here. We remember that the Biden administration doesn't have the authority to rewrite immigration law by itself, right? They've put the proposal to Congress. This is the reforms I want to see, and they're absolutely amazing. And I hope they pass, and they should pass. But right now, it's not getting movement that we so wished it would get, right? Instead, we have the DREAM Act, we have the farm worker bill stuck in the Senate, no movement on it yet. So, but what we have here is the Biden administration saying we do want to do something with immigration. So they have a former Obama administration official, now a legal scholar at Harvard, has been tasked with improving immigration as much as they can, undoing Trump's horrible, unlawful, evil actions towards our community during his administration. And I've been waiting a long time. We thought it happened in the first 100 days, but now we're starting to see things slowly moving. The wheels of justice move so ever slow. And here we have one of the things that they're planning on doing here is restoring opportunities for the H-1B program, making it easier, online, virtual interviews. They're also talking here about asylum, which I've really been looking forward to. Like, come on, let's get on with this. Let's get rid of those Trump changes and make it easier for people to adjust their status here or to win asylum. And look at this. Officials are working on a regulation that could allow migrants to win asylum in the United States if they are victims of domestic violence or their relatives were persecuted. Awesome. Amazing. We need that. We need it ASAP. I don't want leaked reports. I want it to actually change. So please make that change. Make it happen. What else are they possibly working on here? Expanding protections for LGBTQ refugees. We like to see that. Let's go with U visas. Okay, so what is a U visa? A U visa is if you were the victim of a crime of violence. It has to be an enumerated crime that generally involves violence, something bad happening to you. You were physically and mentally impacted by that criminal activity, and you agreed with law enforcement, or you agree with law enforcement to bring charges to testify against the person that did that violence towards you. You can then qualify for a U visa, which has a lot of benefits to it. There's a lot of waivers that are included in U visas, that someone who's married to a U.S. citizen but was here and then left and then came back might not be able to get any benefit, but someone with a U visa application might be able to do so. The problem is they're taking years to get any benefit from. So one rumor that they're throwing around is that maybe some of these benefits will come out to our community before we have to wait 5 or 6 years. So maybe we get a work permit, even though there's a huge long backlog, quicker, whereas now I tell people, hey, we do a U visa, but it's going to take 5, 6 years before you see any benefit for it at all. So these are the kind of things that the Biden administration is working on. H-1B, the asylum cases, the definitions, the U visa backlog. We're starting to see even today, we're getting citizenship applications, receipts faster than we normally get back. So there's a lot of good things that we're seeing here in the immigration world that are slowly starting to come back to how they were during the prior administration, being Obama, not the Trump administration, but all too unfortunate, still going forever slow. All right. So your questions, comments, concerns, throw them down there if you like. We have some comments over here. Let's see what we got over here. And Obama administration denied the majority of applications for asylum. Now here's an interesting fact. Most applications for asylum are denied. And that's under the Obama administration, Trump administration, and it'll be that way under the Biden administration. Asylum is very difficult to win, right? Especially if you're coming from Mexico, Central America, South America. Those cases are just really difficult to win. The vast majority get denied, as pointed out here. You hear in the news, and I even hear from people who have been without status for 10, 15, 20 years. They're upset because thinking people are coming across the border and they're getting asylum and they're allowed to stay in the country. It does not work that way. Even people who come in the country very recently, if they're somehow miraculously allowed to be released, they're going to have their final hearings, if it's in Phoenix, in a few years, right? Not even in a few days or a few months. So no, people aren't just being let in and automatically granted asylum as you walk through the gate. That's not what's happening. It's not the reality. Those who are fortunate enough to get in still have a very long uphill battle in order to be able to stay in the country. But hopefully we can have some positive results as the time continues to pass on by. All right. So drop your questions, comments, concerns down below about what's happening in the world of immigration. It was pretty interesting to see everybody supporting the Biden administration during the campaign, and now still seeing a lot of problems with the administration, but glad to see this report coming out. And here we have vast majority of people never show for the hearings, then what? And that's just not true. It's just not factually correct to say that people don't show up for the hearings. In fact, a good point to bring up here is that the majority of people will improve their chances of showing up to hearings if they have legal representation. Now, we need to remind everybody that not everybody gets assigned an attorney. If you're in a criminal case and the city, the county, the state, the feds want to give you jail or prison time, you are entitled to have an attorney at free or no charge to you. In the immigration proceeding, it's different. So you get someone that comes in from Guatemala, from Chiapas, from Honduras. They don't know anything about the U.S. legal system. They don't know anything what they're supposed to do. They're given paperwork in a language they don't understand, and they're basically told in English to go figure it out when they don't even speak English. But if you give someone access to legal counsel who can interpret to them what that documentation means and what they can do to improve their chances of winning their case, not only is their percentage of showing up at hearings improve, but their chances of winning their cases dramatically improves. No word whether or not the Biden administration is going to do anything to increase legal representation for those individuals, but it is certainly factually correct that people who have legal representation are more likely to show up and win their hearings. So if you are in that situation, best thing you can do is find legal representation that can help you out on your case. All right. Voy a cambiar a español. Si ustedes tienen preguntas in English, you can keep putting them down there in English. For now, voy a cambiar a español. Okay. Lo que estamos viendo, comunidad, es que la administración de Biden se hizo un anuncio que lo quieren ser unos cambios al sistema de migración. Realmente no fue un anuncio, fue un reporte, que unos reporteros recibieron una copia, no sabemos cómo, pero ahí en el New York Times publicaron que son los cambios que el presidente quiere hacer a migración. Sabemos que ya pusimos ahí en el Congreso los cambios grandes que el Biden quiere hacer, incluyendo quitando la ley el castigo de los 10 años, incluyendo arreglando casi todos que están aquí. Pero el único movimiento que hemos visto en el Congreso es el DREAM Act para los jóvenes y los campesinos que ha pasado la Cámara de Representantes y hasta en el Senado. El reporte dice que Biden quiere hacer cambios, que él tiene el poder. Recuerdo que el presidente no tiene todo el poder de hacer los cambios así al sistema de migración. Necesita Congreso de estar de acuerdo para hacer los cambios más grandes. Pero ¿qué está hablando de qué tipo de cambios quiere hacer Biden? Que él sí tiene el poder. Unas cosas que él dijo que quiere hacer es hacer más rápido las aplicaciones. Como Trump lo hizo mucho más lento, tardar mucho más tiempo las aplicaciones de ciudadanía, lo quiere hacerlo más rápido en la administración de Biden. También está anunciando aquí que lo están investigando el programa H1B, que son para personas de venir aquí a trabajar. También quiere hacer cambios a asilo, que nosotros tenemos mucho tiempo. Yo cada día abriendo mi correo electrónico esperando un cambio en asilo para que pueda beneficiar nuestra comunidad. Todavía no hemos visto eso. Antes de Trump, una persona podía pelear que fue víctima de violencia doméstica en su país y ahí la policía, el gobierno no quería ayudar. Trump lo cambió eso drásticamente y bien rápido, diciendo que querían que esa gente ya no tiene oportunidad a pedir asilo y desafortunadamente no tenemos esa opción ahorita, es mucho más limitado. Una cosa que el Biden sí puede hacer es tomar este caso, cambiar este caso para que ya puede la gente otra vez ganar su caso con ese argumento. Lo están diciendo aquí que posiblemente eso va a un cambio que ellos también lo hacen. También sobre la visa U, ¿verdad? Todos recuerdan que es la visa U. Si usted es víctima de un crimen de violencia, usted sufrió daño físicamente, mentalmente, y también usted cooperó o está dispuesto a cooperar con la policía, puede recibir un beneficio, una visa, que mira residencia, que mira ciudadanía, si usted califica al fin de día. El problema es que está durando años para recibir mínimo un permiso de trabajo. Solo están buscando maneras de hacer eso para que lo puedan dar un beneficio, un permiso de trabajo más rápido. Esas son nuevas noticias de migración, puras cosas positivas que nos estamos viendo, puras cosas positivas que estamos saliendo de esa administración. Ojalá quede así. Al fin de día necesitamos que cambiar lo que se llama el filibuster para que ya podamos pasar la reforma en grande, para que ya podamos pasar la reforma por los jóvenes del DREAM Act y para los campesinos también. Todavía no tenemos movimiento sobre eso, pero ojalá pronto sí podamos ver un cambio en este sistema. ¿Okay? Si tiene preguntas, comentarios, ya pueden ponerlo ahí abajo. Cuando tengo tiempo, si no estás viendo en vivo, de todos modos puede poner sus comentarios ahí abajo y yo puedo dar respuesta cuando yo estoy leyendo los mensajes. Como siempre, si es algo privado, si no quiere decir a todos, yo entiendo, completamente entiendo. Mándame mensaje privado o nos manda un texto o nos marca para que nosotros también podamos ayudar. ¿Okay? Hoy es martes, pero estamos haciendo la lunes de leyes hoy para que todos puedan yo puedo contestar las preguntas que ustedes tienen en los casos de migración, de accidentes o penales. Aquí estamos para servirles, listos para ver cambios en migración. Ya hemos visto muchas palabras, muchos planes, pero pocos cambios. Y otra vez hoy el anuncio que Biden quiere hacer algo más, que están publicando, pensando. Es bueno de pensar, es bueno de planear, es bueno de tener estrategia, pero al fin de día necesitamos acciones. Y lo que estamos esperando de Biden son acciones. Ojalá pronto él puede hacer esas acciones que lo está pensando y lo están hablando. Eso es, comunidad, que tiene un excelente junio. Ojalá ustedes puedan hacer los logros que ustedes quieren en su vida, en sus negocios, en sus trabajos con sus hijos. Y felicidades a todos que han graduado, que tienen muy excelente martes. Y aquí nos vemos el jueves. Take care, comunidad.